Hi guys, it's Miss Rugby here. Today we're going to be looking at the Edexcel November 2021 foundation paper. Please subscribe to my channel if you feel that it's something that's benefiting you. Please hit the like button and the bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. As I said, I'm going to be looking at the November 2021 foundation paper from question 1 down to the very last question, taking it question by question, showing you the techniques that's going to help you to be successful in this exam paper. Please pause the video if you feel that it's a question that you can already do, and then press play to make sure that you're getting the same answer as me. With that said, I believe that you can totally do this, so let's get to it. So we're going to be looking at paper 1 foundation November 2021, and this is the first question. 3/10 as a percentage. Change 3/10 to a decimal first of all. .3, then multiply that by 100, which is 30%. Second question, write the following numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest number. So you're thinking about which value would be the coldest from this list. -10 would be the coldest, so write down -10, cross it out from your list. The next coldest would be -7, so you write that down, and then -2 would be the next coldest. We're left with 8, 1 and 0. 0 will be the smallest, then 1, then 8. Okay, next question. Write 9 out of 100 as a decimal. So you can use your place value table. 100 tens, ones, 1 tenths, 100ths. So we've got 9 out of 100. So I'm going to put the 9 there. You've got your decimal place there. There's nothing here, so I'm going to put a 0 there. So it's 0.09. Okay, next question. Write 327 correct to the nearest 10. So 3 represents hundreds, 2 represents tens, 7 represents ones. So we're looking at the 2. So 27 is our number, and you're thinking whether 27 is closer to 20 than it is 30. So I'm going to put the number that's halfway between 20 and 30, and 27 would be here. So 27 is closer to 30 than it is to 20. So that 27 will change to 30. So the full number is 330. Next question. Write down the value of 7 squared. 7 squared means 7 times 7, which is 49. Okay, next question. Write down the mathematical name of this quadrilateral. So this is a trapezium. So it looks like the roof of a house. Sometimes they would draw it like this. I think more times really they would draw it like this. Okay, but it's drawn upside down, but it's still the same shape. It's a trapezium. Okay, next question. Write down the mathematical name of this 3D shape. This is a cylinder. It's a cylinder. Okay, next question. £42 is shared equally between 3 friends. How much does each friend get? So you need to do 42 divided by 3, use bust-up method. 3 into 4 is 1, remainder 1. 3 into 12 is 4, so it's 14. Each person gets £14. Next question. So Grace recorded the eye colour of each of the students. Grace recorded the eye colour of each of the students in her class. The frequency table below shows her results. So looking at the bar chart and compare it to what she has. So blue, she's gone up to 10, which is fine. Brown, should be 15. She's gone up to 16. So brown should be here. And green, she's gone up to 4. So these two bars are correct. They're equally spaced. But the brown bar is incorrect. So she should have gone up to 15 instead of 16 for brown. Okay. Right, next question. 1 loaf of bread for £1.20, 1 bottle of milk for 70p, 2 packets of cheese for £2.30 each packet. Danny pays with a £10 note. He says I should get £3.30 change. Is Danny correct? So to answer this question, you need to work it out for yourself correctly and then compare your answer to what they've got here. So 1 loaf of bread is £1.20. 1 bottle of milk is 70p. 2 packets of cheese for £2.30, which is £4.60. Okay, and he pays with a £10 note. So we're going to add this up and then take it away from £10. So this is 0. 2 add 7 is 9. 9 add 6 is 15. Carry 1 over. 1 add 1 is 2. Add 4 is 6. So £6.50. He pays with a £10 note. So we're going to take £6.50 away from £10. 0 take away 0. We can do that. 0 take away 5 is going to go into negatives. So we're not going to do that. 0 take away 6, that's going to go into negatives as well. So you're not going to do that. You're going to take 1 away from 1. That's going to be 0. Put the 1 there to make that a 10. I still need to borrow 1 from here and place it on the next digit here. 10 take away 5 is 5. Put your decimal point. 9 take away 6 is £3.50. So the change is actually £3.50. So is Danny correct? No. So I've done my working out, but you can write it clearly. So it should be £3.50. Okay, next question. Rachel records the temperature in her garden at noon each day. On Monday, the temperature was 5 degrees. On Tuesday, the temperature was 10 degrees less than the temperature on Monday. So it was 5 on Monday. Now it's 10 degrees less on Tuesday. So Tuesday is -5. On Wednesday, the temperature was 3 greater than the temperature on Tuesday. So it was -5 on Tuesday. And it's 3 degrees greater. So I'm going to add 3 to that. 3 take away 5 is -2. So it's -2 on Wednesday. So I'm just laying out my working out clearly. Find the difference between the temperature on Monday and the temperature on Wednesday. So this is Wednesday's temperature. Monday's temperature was 5. So the difference between both temperatures, so from 5 to -2, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a difference of 7. Okay. Next question. The pictogram shows information about the number of video games sold in a shop on Monday, on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So look at the key. The key represents 8 video games. So one sort of square with a flag, looks like an England flag, represents 8 video games. How many video games were sold on Monday? So this represents 8, so this would be 16. Okay, more video games were sold on Tuesday than on Wednesday. How many more? So this is 16. So four of them represents 8. So 4 of these little boxes represent 8. So one of them, so you need to divide by 4, would represent 2. So these 2 are 16. And then 2, 4, 6. So add 6, which is 22. So Wednesday, this is 8. That's 8. Plus the 2 is 10. So how many more? You're going to do 22, take away 10, which is 12. On Thursday and Friday, a total of 32 video games were sold in the shop. 1/4 of these video games were sold in the shop on Thursday. Complete the pictogram for Thursday and Friday. So Thursday and Friday, a total of 32 video games were sold in the shop. So these two need to sum to 32. It says 1/4 of these 32 were sold in the shop on Thursday. So 1/4 of 32 is 8. So 8 would be in, so this would be, this would be 8. Then you need to take away 8 from 32. So take away 8 from 32, which is 24. So one of these is 8, so I need 3 of them for Friday to show 24. Question 12. There are 2 drama groups in a school. In one group, there are 36 boys and 48 girls. In the other group, 3/7 of the students are boys and the rest of the students are girls. Anna says the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls is the same for both groups. Is Anna correct? So in one group, so let's call this actually group A and then group B just to make it easier. So group A is 36, so boys to girls is 36 to 48, which you can cancel down by dividing both by 12. If you divide both by 12, this would be 3 to 4. And then in group B, 3/7 of the students are boys, so 3/7 are boys and the rest are girls, so boys to girls. Okay, so you can see that the ratio is the same for both. Question 13. A number sequence starts 1, 2, 4. Emma says that the next term is 7. Explain why Emma may be correct. Okay, so let's see what's going on here then. So you could do 1 add 1, 2 add 2, and 4 add 3. That is possible. Yep. So just by showing, so 1, 2, 4, 7. So add 1, add 2, add 3. That is a valid sequence. Here are the first 4 terms of the sequence of triangle numbers. Find the 8th term of the sequence. So triangle numbers, you're adding an additional number each time. So similar to this previous one. So add 2, this would be add 3, add 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 more. So we're gonna add 5, add 6, add 7, and add 8. Okay, so 10 add 5 is 15, 15 add 6 is 21, 21 add 7 is 28, and then 28 add 8 is 36. So 36 would be the 8th term of the sequence. Okay, make sure you write that in your answer box. Question 14. 3 kilograms of carrots cost £1.80. 2 kilograms of carrots and 5 kilograms of potatoes cost a total of £3.45. Work out the total cost of 4 kilograms of carrots and 2 kilograms of potatoes. You must show all your working. See. Expand 2 bracket A plus D. So 2 times A is 2A. 2 times plus D is plus 2D. So it's 2A plus 2D. Right, second question. Factorize 6y squared minus 5y. The highest common factor of 6y squared and 5y is y. So 6y squared divided by y is 6y. Minus 5y divided by y is minus 5. Next question, solve 4x minus 7 equals 37. So you need to write down what the question means. So this means x times 4 take away 7 equals 37. So the inverse functions will be plus 7 divide 4, plus 7 divide 4, plus 7 divide 4. So 37 add 7 is 44. The 44 divided by 4 is 11. Then you're going to do on this left side as well. 7 take away 7 is 0, so I'm left with x times 4. And then divide that by 4, that cancels out, so I'm left with x. So x is equal to 11. And your check is 4 times 11 is 44. Take away 7 is 37. ABCD is a kite. AB is equal to 4x take away 2. Jasper says that x could be 0.5. Explain why Jasper cannot be correct. So 4 times 0.5 is 2. Take away 2 is 0. So that cannot be. So you cannot have a 0 centimeter side. AD is 3AB. So AD is 3 lots of AB. So whatever AB is, AD is 3 lots of it. The kite has a perimeter of 64. Find the value of x. Okay, so we're going to do 4x take away 2 there. This is 3 lots of AB. I'm just going to write it again as 3 lots of 4x take away 2. 3 lots of 4x take away 2. And all of these values add up to a perimeter of 64. So 4x minus 2 plus 4x minus 2 plus these two sides, we're going to expand that. This expands to 12x minus 6, 12x minus 6. So we're going to add all this up and make them equal to 64. Equals to 64. So 4x plus 4x is 8x, plus 12x is 20x, plus 12x is 32x, minus 2 is minus 4, minus 4 minus 6 is minus 10, minus 10 minus 6 is minus 16, is equal to 64. So you're going to solve for x by adding 16 to both sides. So if you add 16 to 64, that's going to be 80. So 80. If you add 16 to the left side, I will end up with 32x. Then I'm going to divide by 32. I divide by 32. 80 divided by 32. So if you're not sure how to do this, you could divide both by 4 first. So 80 divided by 4 is 20, and 32 divided by 4 is 8, and then I can keep going again, half of those, 10 divided by 4, and then keep going again, 5 divided by 2, which is 2.5. Heidi wants to make some biscuits using this recipe. Makes 12 biscuits, 125 grams of butter, 200 grams of flour, 50 grams of sugar. Heidi thinks that she has 500 grams of butter, 700 grams of flour, 250 grams of sugar. Assuming that these weights are correct, work out the greatest number of biscuits Heidi can make. You must show all of your working. So we'll start with the sugar amount. So 250 grams of sugar, and she can use 50 grams to make 12 biscuits. So 250 divided by 50 is 5. So she can make 12 times 5 biscuits with that. Okay, and then for the flour, she's got 200 grams of flour versus 700 grams of flour that she thinks she has. So 700 divided by 200 grams is 3.5. So 12 times 3.5. So let me do it down here. So 12 times 3 is 36. And then 12 times a half is 6. So this is 42. So 42 biscuits with the 700 grams of flour with that recipe. And then if you look at the butter recipe, so she's got 125 grams of butter. She thinks she has 500 grams of butter. So you're going to divide 500 by 125. So we can start by dividing both by 5. So 5 into 12 is 2 remainder 2, so 25. And then 100 divided by 25 is 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. So with all I have, the greatest amount of biscuits that I can make is 42, because from the bits that I have here, 42 is the smallest amount that I can make. I can't make 48 because I don't have enough of flour to make 4 lots of this recipe. And I don't have enough flour to make 5 lots of this recipe. So 42 is the greatest number of biscuits that you can make. On the grid below, draw the graph of y equals 2x take away 2 for values of x from -2 to 3. Let's see if there's a grid there. No, there's no grid, so you'd have to create your own grid. So -2 to 3. And then you're following this rule, so whatever x is, you're doubling it, taking away 2. So you can start with the positive values of x. So double 0 is still 0, take away 2 is -2. Double 1 is 2, take away 2 is 0. Double 2 is 4. So I'm going to write that 0 properly, so it's really clear. Double 2 is 4, 4 take away 2 is 2. Double 3 is 6, 6 take away 2 is 4. And then if you can see what's happening, my x values are in numerical order. So the y values are going up too. So this is going to be -4 and this will be -6, but I'm going to work it out to show you anyway. So double -2 is -4, -4 minus 2 is -6, double -1 is -2, -2 is -4. So these are the coordinates that you'd plot on the graph. So let's start by plotting 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 4. So when x is 1, y is 0 here. And then 2, 2 was the other coordinate to plot. Do that again properly. 2, 2. And 3, 4. Okay, so even if you can't plot the other 3, you can always, with a ruler, join this up with a straight line and then extend your line. So let's plot the rest of the points. So 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2. 1 minus 1 minus 4 and minus 2 minus 6. So -1 minus 4 is here and -2 minus 6 is down here. So you would be expected to complete this with a straight line, complete the coordinates that you've plotted with a straight line. Robin buys a watch for £80, he sells a watch for £56, work out his percentage loss. So take away 56 from 80, so that's 24. Then you're going to do 24 out of 80 multiplied by 100. So to simplify this as much as possible, so it's a lot easier for you to multiply by 100. 4 goes into both. 4 into 24 is 6. 4 into 8 is 2, so 4 into 80 is 20. Then I'm going to go again, divide by 2, divide by 2. So this is 3/10 times 100. So which is 300 over 10, which is 30% loss. Work out 3.67 multiplied by 4.2. So you can do, so set it up column method. 3.67 multiplied by 4.2. I'm going to start it off as whole numbers, and then I'm going to divide my answer by 1,000, because if you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 decimal places in total in this question. So I'm going to do 367 multiplied by 42 and then divide my answer by 1,000. 7 times 2 is 14, carry 1 over. 2 times 6 is 12, add the 1, 13, carry 1 over. 2 times 3 is 6, add the 1, 7. Then I'm going to do 40 times 367. So I've put the 0 there to show that. 4 times 7 is 28, 8, carry 2 over. 4 times 6 is 24, add the 2, 26, 6, carry 2 over. 4 times 3 is 12, add the 2, 14. So I'm just being really careful where I place my values. So 4 add 0 is 4, 3 add 8 is 11, 1, carry 1 over. 7 add 6 is 13, add the 1, 14, 4, carry 1 over. And then 4 add that 1 is 5, and then the 1, bring the 1 down here. So as I said, you're going to divide that by 1,000. So it's going to be 15.414. And you can check that this is about right. 3 times 4 is 12, and I've got 15, so that's about right. Work out 59.84 divided by 1.6. So 59.84 divided by 1.6. You can make this easier by dividing both values by 2 to begin with, or you can multiply both values by 10 to get rid of the decimal element. I can multiply by 10 to begin with, so 598.4 divided by 16. Then I'm going to divide by 2. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. 2 into 5 is 2 remainder 1. 2 into 19 is 9 remainder 1. 2 into 18 is 9. And then don't forget the decimal. 2 into 4 is 2. So now I'm going to divide 299.2 by 8. So this is a lot easier to divide now that I've cancelled it down. 8 into 2 you can't do. Put the 2 on the next digit. 8 into 29. 8 times 3 is 24. So 5 remainder. 8 into 59. 8 times 7 is 56. So remainder 3. Don't forget your decimal point. 8 into 32 is 4. So this is 37.4. So the set contains even numbers less than 19. So A is 6, 12, and 18, and B is 2, 6, 14, and 18. If you can see that 6 and 18 are in both sets, so I'm going to put 6 and 18 in the overlap section, just cross them out. And then I've got 12 in A, 2 and 14 in B, and then, but my numbers are even numbers less than 19, so I need to check that I've got all the even numbers. So 4 is not here, so I'm going to put 4 there. 6 is there. 8 is not here, so I'm going to put 8 there. 10 is not here, so I'm going to put 10 there. 12 is here. 14. 16 is not here, so I'm going to put 16 and then 18. So these are all my numbers, even numbers less than 19. 4 1 over 5, take away 2 2/3. I'm going to change 4 1 over 5 to an improper fraction, and 2 2/3 into an improper fraction as well. 4 1 over 5 is the same as 21 over 5. If you're not sure how to do that, you ask yourself how many fifths are in 4. So how many fifths are in 4? 1 2 3 4 5. So there's going to be 5 in that one. I'm just going to write the number 5 there, 5 in this one, 5 in that one, 5 in that one. So that's 20 fifths. And then plus 1 fifth is 21 over 5. Take away 2 2/3. How many thirds are there in 1? There's 3. How many thirds are there in 2? There are 6 thirds. Plus the 2 thirds is 8 thirds. So now they are improper fractions. I'm going to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3, which is 15. So that means I'm multiplying that this side by 3, because 5 times 3 is 15. Multiply this side by 5. So that's going to be 40. And then 21 times 3 is 63. So 63 take away 40 is 23 over 15. And it wants your answer as a mixed number. So 23 over 15. So 23 divided by 15 is 1, and then to check the remainder you need to do 23 take away 15. So so 1 8 over 15. At the end of 2017, the value of Tamara's house was 220,000. The value of Rahim's house was 160,000. At the end of 2019, the value of Tamara's house had decreased by 20%. The value of Rahim's house had increased by 30%. At the end of 2019, whose house had the greater value? So you need to do the decrease and the increases to work it out. So 220,000. So 10% of that would be 22,000. So 20% of that would be 44,000. That's doubling. So that's a decrease. So you need to do 220 take away 44,000 to work out the current value. Take away 44,000. Okay, so 0 take away 4 you can't do. Borrow 1 from there. 10 take away 4 is 6. And then 21 take away 4. So the current value is 176,000 for Tamara's house. Then you need to work out an increase of 30% from 160,000. So 10% from 160,000 is 16,000. So 30% is 48,000 because you're multiplying that by 3. So you're going to add that on to 160,000. That's 48,000. So this is 8, 6 add 4, 10, carry 1 over, 208. So whose house had the greater value? So it would be Rahim. Rahim's house had the greater value. Rosie, Matilda and Ibrahim collect stickers. Number of stickers Rosie has to number of stickers Matilda has to number of stickers Ibrahim has is 4 to 7 to 15. So we're going to put Rosie, Matilda, Ibrahim, 4 to 7 to 15. Ibrahim has 24 more stickers than Matilda. So Ibrahim has 24 more stickers than Matilda. Ibrahim has more stickers than Rosie. How many more? So you start by finding the current difference between Ibrahim and Matilda is 8. We've gone from 8 to 24. So that's a multiplication of 3. So we can multiply these values by 3. Okay, then it says Ibrahim has more stickers than Rosie. How many more? So you're going to do 45 take away 12, which is 33. The diagram shows a prism. The cross section of the prism is a right angle triangle. The base of the triangle has length 5 centimeters. The prism has length 25 centimeters. The prism has a volume of 750 centimeter cubed. Work out the height of the prism. So to work out the volume, you need to do base times height divided by 2 and then multiply it by the length. So base times perpendicular height. I'm just going to put the height at 90 degrees, divided by 2, multiply by length. So this is the volume. Okay, so we already know what the volume equals. So 750 equals the base, which we know is 5, times the height, which we don't know, divided by 2 times 25. So to work out the height, you need to start by dividing 25. So you're going to divide 25, then multiply by 2, then divide by 5. So you're doing that to both sides. Divide 25, multiply by 2, divide by 5. So 750 divided by 25. So you're going to do 750 divided by 25, divide both by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. 5 into 7 is 1 remainder 2. 5 into 25 is 5, and then that's 0 there. Then divide that by 5 again. 5 into itself is 1. 5 into 15 is 3, and then the 0, so that's 30. So 30 equals 5 times h divided by 2. Remember, times 25 divided 25 cancels it out. Then you're going to double, so double 30, 60 equals 5 times h. We've doubled this side to get 5 times h. Then you're going to divide by 5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. And divide that by 5, h is 12. The diagram shows a cube with edges of length x centimeters and a sphere of radius 3 centimeters. The surface area of the cube is equal to the surface area of the sphere. Show that x equals k pi, square root of k pi, where k is an integer. So it's given the surface area of this sphere as 4 pi r squared. The surface area of the cube is going to be the area of the face times by 6, so x squared times 6. So x squared times 6 is equal to 4 pi r squared. We already know what the radius is. The radius is 3, so 4 pi times 3 squared. So just make this as simple as possible by doing 3 squared is 9, so 4 times 9 pi. So this is 36 pi, 6x squared. Okay, so we're going to divide by 6. So divide by 6, just put it on the side there. So 36 pi divided by 6 is 6 pi. And then you're going to square root to get rid of that squared element. So x is equal to square root of 6 pi. Freddie measured the length of a pencil as 7.2 centimeters correct to 1 decimal place. Complete the error interval of the pencil. So 1 decimal place means we've measured it to the nearest 0.1. So half of this is 0.05. So you're going to add 0.05 and take away 0.05 from 7.2 to get the error interval. So 7.2 add 0.05 is 7.25. And 7.2 take away 0.05 is 7.15. So it includes 7.15. It does not include 7.25, because if I round 7.25 to 1 decimal place, that would be 7.3. So this symbol says it doesn't include 7.25, but this is the upper bound that you would be expected to write in your exam paper. So just going to put that on the answer box there, 7.15 as the lower bound, 7.25 as the upper bound, and as you can see those symbols that I talked about earlier. The equation of a straight line L is y is equal to 3 take away 4x. Write down the gradient of L. So y is equal to 3 minus 4x. You can write it as y is equal to minus 4x plus 3. So y is equal to mx plus c. M is the gradient, is the coefficient of x. So the gradient is minus 4. Write down the coordinates of the point where L crosses the y-axis. So where L crosses the y-axis is the y-intercept, so which is found here. So it's at 0, 3.